Previously on Bleach. You intruders shall be crushed by the power of our Bankais. What just happened? Oh, nothing much. We just stole all your Bankais. Hey everybody, Tekking101 here to review Bleach chapter number 497, entitled Kill the Shadow 2. Okay, sweet, rematch. Bring it on, bro! So the chapter starts with all the captains and vice captains being completely terrified that their Bankais are now ineffective against the Vandenreich members. However, from what we see in this chapter, though, it's kind of hinted at, it's not expressly stated, but it's at least hinted at that more than just their Bankais were stolen. Because after Hitsugaya's Bankai is destroyed, he tries to talk to his sword, Hyorimaru, to see what's up, and he gets no answer. So, you know, right here, it's kind of implied that maybe more than just their Bankais were stolen. Maybe it was their Zanpakuto spirits, at most, or maybe just their ability to talk to them or communicate with them, because, you know, does this mean that they can't use Shikai at all now? I'm not sure, but from what we get from this, apparently at least the connection between the Soul Reapers and between the Soul Reapers and the Zanpakuto has been, you know, canceled a little bit. So after this major revelation that they're pretty much all screwed, Toshiro tells Matsumoto to relay this information to everyone else through Tente Kura. What just happened? Matsumoto? Tente Kura? Right the f*** now! And, the cloaked Quincy that Hitsugaya is currently fighting is apparently, you know, pretty cool with just letting Matsumoto relay this information to every Soul Reaper in the entire Seirete. I guess, you know, they don't really care because, like, well, yeah, we can steal your Bankais, so what the hell are you gonna do about it? You can't do anything to stop us. So I guess, you know, that's the reason he just lets her do it. So everyone finds out about it, including Mayuri. Now, here's a big point right here that was brought up to me when I reviewed the last chapter, because I made such a big deal about why certain captains, such as Soifone, went to their Bankai right away when it's supposed to hinder her ability. I mean, I can understand Hitsugaya and Komamura, because they always go Bankai pretty much at the beginning of every fight. Byakuya, I can kind of understand. But what I didn't understand was Soifone. And most of the response I got back from that was that they were most likely told to all use their Bankai so they can use it for research purposes. But then we get this panel with Mayuri, who is, you know, complaining because he didn't have enough time for research purposes. So, I'm guessing they weren't told anything. Maybe that's just what they do. So, you know, the whole thing with Soifone, to me anyway, still doesn't make any sense. Moving on, we cut over to Shunsui's fight, who's partaking in Shonen Cliché number 29, I like to call light monologuing. Yeah, there's different levels to shonen monologuing. Like, there's Aizen level monologuing, and then there's just medium monologuing, and then there's light monologuing, like we have here. Basically what this is, when you compare it to the monologuing that Aizen did, you know, his monologuing would take up the entire chapter and basically sum up to this. I am a god, I am better than you because you're not me, blah, 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 blah. Basically like that. Shunsui's monologuing is a little bit more like, he's not talking about how great he is, but he's talking about how, you know, he's still talking in the middle of a fight when he should just be, you know, fighting. The interesting thing I have here is, character for him, because when he's the generic lazy captain, you know, he doesn't like to fight unless he's, goaded into it, like with Starrk, for example. And here's the thing, though. When he was fighting against Starrk, it took him a good chunk of the fight to finally release his Zanpakuto and get serious. So, that was the first to spot it. Now, here, when he shows up against the Vandenreich member, his Shikai is always activated, he's ready to go. And when I saw that, I'm like, okay, good, he's finally getting serious. You know, we're not, you know, having any bullshit here. But then he just starts talking to the Quincy, like, about Mayuri's, information gathering skills. And this Quincy in particular seems to be very much aware of Shonen Cliché number 29, because he just jumps right in front of Shoroku and attempts to blow his freaking head off with, oh yes, another character that uses firearms. I don't care. I don't care about anything else. I don't care what other abilities the Quincy, the Vandenreich have. He is my favorite character as of this point. I don't even know his name yet, and I don't care. So, I know that this arc is not going to end with the Vandenreich reigning supreme over the Soul Society. I know he's probably going to die in the future, but I at least hope he dies a dignified death. And future Tekking101, if you're watching this review like 50 chapters later when he finally dies and it's the most undignified thing imaginable, dreams die, dude. I'm sorry, but yeah, favorite Vandenreich member right there. So Shunsui knees him in the freaking stomach, although this doesn't really apparently do him any damage, and he activates a new ability called Greenmanwell, don't know, German, Spanish, kind of has a hint of Spanish there, I'm not really sure. So with this ability, he appears behind Shunsui, and oh, shit, did Shoroku just get shot in the face by Colonel Sanders? Yes, he did, Tekking101. If you have any ideas about stealing my 11 herb and spices recipe, I'm gonna bust a cap in your dome. No, it's cool, Colonel. I love KFC. Awesome chicken you got there. Damn straight. Where was I again? Alright, Shunsui getting shot in the face, right. So anyway, from this panel, we see that this, the Colonel Sanders Quincy, I guess I'm gonna call him, he activated, his Let's Steal, very briefly anyway, because in the next panel it seemed to dissipate, but it looks, remarkably similar to Kurji's, even if just a little bit toned down. So what I'm maybe guessing at is that Greenmanwell ability is maybe like a pseudo Let's Steal, like a halfway point, because he doesn't, his body physically does not change like Kurji's did, like his clothing or anything didn't change, his eyes didn't go all, spirally and loopy, but he did gain the wings and he did gain the spiral thing atop his head like Kurji did, so that's what I'm kind of guessing it is. Also, when he fired the gun, I just like the little touch that the smoke from the barrel, was the 5-pointed star, that was pretty sweet. So yeah, Shunsui got shot in the face, like point blank, and it's not like he's just a little grazed like in most fights. Perfect example is Yamamoto versus Aizen. Yamamoto releases that giant fuck off Kido, and Aizen just has a little bit of burns afterwards. Meanwhile, Choroku, he lost a freaking eye, so these guys are strong, you don't want to play with them, which is another reason I don't know why Choroku was just casually talking to the Quincy. It's not like he was talking back or whatever. We cut back over to the blonde Quincy. He's stating that the 13th Division's already lost their will to live because Hitotomo has died, and oh yeah, forgot to mention this last chapter because I was really confused about how Hitotomo got injured. He was most likely cut in half. We didn't see him get cut in half, but, in that scene when he was kind of grazed, in the very next page, tucked in the little corner, his glasses were split down the middle, so it's assuming that he was split right down the middle in that chapter, but, he's dead if nothing else. Back over to Byakuya and Renji's fight, and for some reason, I don't know why he would even consider doing this on this Earth, but Renji decides to activate his Bankai. And this leads to a very rare moment of Byakuya actually expressing an emotion, who yells at him for doing so. I don't know why he would do it. I mean, I understand his logic. We can't defeat them without Bankai, but he just openly said, it was not a seal, they took my Bankai. And if he's having the same symptoms as Hitsugaya did, then he stole maybe his Zanpakuto spirit in general, or maybe, or at least messed up with the communication. So I don't know why Renji would even consider doing this, because in the last chapter, I think the last thing Byakuya said was, my Bankai was taken. I don't know why you would try it. Maybe they're going by the whole thing like the Quincy's can't steal more than one, but I just don't see that. If they can steal it with the medallion, then why don't they just carry a bunch of medallions? I mean, that's what I would do if I was a Vandenreich member, but still waiting back on that application. I don't think I'm going to get a call back. Anyway, so next page we get Renji's rebuttal to Byakuya. How are we supposed to fight these bastards? Yelling makes everything better! No, seriously though, I could have sworn that Shinigami had other battle tactics aside from using your Bankai. Just excluding the sword-based powers, just excluding, Shikai and stuff. Could have sworn there was a thing called Kido out there, and, for people like Renji, Kido's not their strong suit, but Byakuya is pretty proficient at it, and he hasn't even attempted it on them yet. Like, maybe a Rikudro Koro, bind them, something, and then shove a Thunder Cannon in their face, maybe, you're not even gonna try that. I don't even think Kido's been used once this entire arc yet, which is just confusing. If they could stop their Bankais, it seems like Kido would be like your next best option. But anyway, so last scene of the chapter, we cut over to the research and development division, where Akon is doing the sensible thing and asking to connect with Kurosaki Ichigo. Alright, but I think we need permission from the captains. Dude, get me Ichigo Kurosaki right the fuck now! So that's how the chapter ends, with Akon stating that he'll take responsibility. Responsibility for what? I'm not sure. Then they say, we need the captain's permission to contact Ichigo. Why? He's an ally of the Soul Society. Why would you need the captain's permission? And he's saved your ass in every other arc. I mean, whatever, I don't know. But anyway, so the next chapter should cut back over to Ichigo. But one thing else that I just noticed this, and you know, last chapter I made the big thing like, oh, who could possibly stop the Sternritters? And, you know, I made a big deal about that, and I said, oh, it's definitely going to be Ichigo, but I'm starting to think, like, I don't think Ichigo's really going to be able to take on, like, if there's 26 of the Sternritters that are each at that level of power, I don't think he's going to be able to handle it. So what's going to happen? Well, I think that's where the Zero Squad's going to come in. Yeah, I haven't mentioned the Zero Squad that much. I know there's a lot of debate right now that they're finally going to show up. I mean, I know they're probably going to show up in this arc because one of the major things we got out of the Turn Back the Pendulum arc was the very existence of the Zero Squad, and this is the last arc of Bleach, and I'm pretty sure Kubo's not going to be that much of a douche and not even show this mystery phantom squad with all these high-ranking members. So I'm sure they're going to show up, but here's the thing I don't get about the Zero Squad. We've heard that their primary duty, their primary objective, is to protect the Soul King. And we haven't seen any of them yet, but, like, look at all the other stuff that's happened that they haven't showed up to. I mean, like Ichigo and the gang, you know, invading Soul Society. Okay, I mean, they stirred stuff up, but it wasn't that big of a deal to warrant in the Zero Squad. Now, the other thing is the invasion of Aizen, which, you know, this is high stakes here. Aizen was planning to take the Okin and basically go and kill the Soul King, and he was extremely powerful. He took out every single captain, and it took a really badass version of Ichigo in order to take him down, and he didn't even die in the end. So, I mean, I was wondering, like, why didn't the Zero Squad show up with the whole Aizen thing was going on? Because the Shinigami were clearly outclassed. You know, they were falling like flies when Aizen was fighting them. So I'm not really sure of the situation when the Zero Squad takes over. You know, and this situation is, you know, understandably worse than the whole Aizen thing, but the Aizen thing was still pretty serious. I mean, here we look at a complete on-invasion, like the Soul Society could be terminated, so I'm pretty sure the Zero Squad is going to show up. As for next chapter, maybe we'll show Ichigo being contacted by the Soul Society and say, hey, get your ass over here, we need your help. But yeah, I'm just glad they're kind of taking into my idea finally, the whole Ichigo signal idea. That's basically what they're doing. And it's like shine the Ichigo signal. We must summon the Dark Moon. Get what I did there? Because Batman's called the Dark Knight, and Ichigo's powers is based on, you know, Getsuga, it's moon, so I said Dark Moon. I'm so freaking clever. But yeah, so anyway, thanks for watching my manga review. Tekking101 signing out. Hey everybody, I'm in black and white right now, so that means I'm talking to you about something different. Currently, I am doing a popularity poll. I just started it yesterday to find out who is the best squad captain in the GOTY 13. For more details, go to this video right here. You can click anywhere on my body and be whisked away to that video. It's really cool. It's really cool. I hope to get a lot of votes on this. I already have maybe about 100, so I'm hoping to make this a really cool thing of who is the best captain of the GOTY 13 based on your votes. So yeah, once again, just click anywhere on me. You know, click on my head, my tie, even on my balls if that's your thing, if that's what you want to do. Click on my balls. Okay, you're clearly not clicking on anything right now, so you're probably just going to sit here and wait to see what I'm going to do after this because, you know, I think YouTube's done this tactic before, too, because ever since the whole YouTube skip ad thing came out, there's been ads that have been like, oh, are you still here? You don't know how to click that? You know, nothing like that's going to happen. I'm not going to do anything crazy or anything. Whoa, what else to talk about here? I don't know. There's a fly in this room right now. It's really annoying me. It's like 90 degrees in here. Seriously, I'm not going to do anything else. I'm just very lazy at editing, apparently, so just click on me, go to the video, vote for the captain. I don't care which. Yamamoto's kind of lacking in votes right now. I've got maybe about 100-something, and he's not doing that well, so if you want to go vote for him, just go ahead. You know, I'm not going to tell you, I mean, the voting's going to last, I think, 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. July 4th's when I'm ending it, so, right. My God, this fly's, God, freaking annoying. Okay, I'm just going to end it because, you know, you're clearly expecting something fantastic, but it's not going to happen. So, Tekking101 signing out.